maps where Uffy can be very consistent. And now the final choice for Solary, Arrow Pipes and Flip of Faith the random.
Yeah. So Arrow Pipes is a great choice, also because Carl Jr. and Pac did so well just here in the previous match on Arrow Pipes. Flip of Faith, I feel like can go both ways though.
So to me, the crazy thing here is you banned freestyle, effectively saying we think we have a higher probability of beating Solary on Slowdown and Slippy Slides. They must feel confident in those two maps. Like that's probably what they prepared for.
I guess, yeah. Well, the track record is that Solary will win on those few maps, but once again, the power of choice, the power of getting the first map pick is pretty important. It also decides the momentum of the game, and once again, if you guys didn't hear before, BDS does have an advantage just because they came in on first seed.
Yeah, already a best of 7 to their tally.
Yes.
Only needs to win. If they win this best of 7, they are the champions. It's over.
Which is, that's a lot of pressure already on Carl Jr. and Pac. But they are ready. They warmed up in the last game. They did an incredible performance. And now we're going to jump into the first match of the grand finals. Team BDS versus Solary.
Starting with Agility Dash. Solary already pretty warmed up on this. They played 2 times Agility Dash earlier in the loser bracket final against G1, and they won twice. Also driving quite close to the world record. The world record is a 128.28 set by the man we're spectating, Uffy, but Pac and Carl both got 0.4s.
So we saw Agility Dash got played last match here, and Carl Jr. and Pac were actually behind a lot of the time, all the way towards the identity. So that might be what Uffy and Aurel picked up on, and that's why they picked the map. But here, once again, we're going to see the players go for such a low line there. Pac and Uffy both going for it. Just beautiful decrease of airtime there. And honestly, Solary looking to be on top. Uffy is fighting with them though, but a great start from Team Solary.
The low airtime, and he instantly air brakes to secure the landing. That's not fast. The fastest is to land flatter there, but he just doesn't want to over tilt the car. So yeah, instant air brake. You can see that cost a little bit of time, but they still have so much track left to go. This is the longest track in the map pack, and we're going just into the middle of it right here. The speed slide, it is looking red though. Carl and Pac with great starts, good speed across into the loop, and they will be about 2 tenths up on Aurel.
Yeah, so it's dangerous to have Solary be ahead already because they did the identity so well earlier today. So if they're in the lead by even 0.1, 0.2, that means that it's a dangerous section here coming up. Aurel's going to try to see if he can overtake here on the knife's edge. Little section here. He does have great speed, but Carl Jr. and Pac getting the low air time is very difficult to gain extra time there against those people. And now into the identity is Aurel. He has to push it. He has to push as hard as he possibly can. There's nothing to lose. He unfortunately clips, and that looks like it's going to be an ace, an early ace for Team Solary.
Dominating performance there. 128.6 by both of them. Really strong pace to drive consistently.
It is, and now Solary gets 3 points and an ace on your opponent's map pick on the first round. That's a great statement to set, and indeed a great momentum to start to get rolling here from the very beginning of the match.
Starts building early, but that was also a round where Uffy had like at least one awkward line that I don't think he wanted to go for. We can see what he does on this jump again now. Has the best start. Does he opt for the air brake again instantly? Looks like he actually wants...
Oh, that's a lot of airtime.
Well, he wants the back wheel touch, actually, because that's the lowest jump you could get. So, in some way, it's about equal, I think, to normal airtime, and that does work out. Aurel going wide, and suddenly the roles are reversed. It is Aurel and Uffy, BDS, with the best start before the full speed part. Aurel going wide, but look at the speed he's going to build.
A good
this is a good speed slide, 640 into the loop, and he's going to come rocketing back up towards first. Pac still has it under control. Carl about 2 tenths behind. That's a familiar sight with the playstyle of Solary. Pac risking and Carl just lying in wait, but all 3 players dead even on that checkpoint split.
To the thousands.
The zeros are on the leaderboard.
Was that 3 players tied to the thousands?
Yeah,
that's so crazy. That means that, you know, it cannot get any tighter than this. Pack is in the lead. Carl Jr. has sneaked up on 3rd place. If he overtakes Afi now, that's going to be another ace. A back-to-back ace could be detrimental for the team. But we have a huge mistake coming in from Pack. He's going to jump down to 4th, and Carl Jr. now wants to maintain that 2nd place to make sure that Team BDS doesn't reverse ace. And he makes sure he has it down. That's going to be a round victory for Team BDS, but SOLARY still gets a point of their own.
And what a winning time. I want you to know there's only one player other than Afi himself who has beaten that time in a match, and that is Pack. Like, you have the fastest player on the server. Yep. 128.3 there is really sick.
I mean, both the teams are driving just unfathomable paces. Just awe-inspiring to watch these teams drive a map to perfection like this. They've been practicing this map for over a month, right? Hundreds of hours have been spent perfecting every single one of these turns. Afi going so sideways. That's going to cost him an acceleration penalty, and hitting the side of your car there on the ground is going to slow you down tremendously as well. So now Carl Jr. and Pack on a beneficial position, a favorable position that is, and Aurel will try to see if he can deny the ace, but it's going to be difficult. It's
going to be very difficult from this spot. He is there, though, with them through the loop, and the pace is a little bit slower than usual. We usually see them about 2-3 tenths ahead of this. So there is opportunities here to gain time. SOLARY are trying to bring the pace a bit down, actually, and just save from this. They know they're most likely going to win some points, but Aurel had this uphill really good. He starts wide and then goes wide again to just make sure I get a lot of speed on this. It makes the transitions easier, sets him up well for this downhill where he's going to zoom across the grass and be faster towards the identity jumps. This is all setting up for what might be a snipe away from SOLARY. Gets through, past both of them, barely across the edges, getting a little bit more speed, but here comes Pack! And Pack takes it by 100th, giving SOLARY a win. But Aurel really tried what he could there.
A valiant effort coming in from Aurel. That was just unparalleled speed in the identity, overtaking both Carl Jr. and Pack in the middle of that identity. That was super fast. Must have been some speed slides in the middle of that as well. Unfortunately, couldn't hold on to the lead for the entirety of the duration of the identity, but still valiant effort indeed. And Team BDS now 3 points behind. SOLARY are looking very good at the moment.
They're looking great. They have had some really good runs. It's just that one identity there that, I mean, if they get that a little bit better, both of them, that's an ace. And, you know, then they're at 7 points instead of 6, so they're getting closer. Aurel is full sideways.
Again, that's the 2nd time in a row Aurel has done that now. He's looking to make a little bit of a faster jump there by getting very sideways and then touching the wheel on the hump of the map, but unfortunately has kind of backfired on him twice in a row. Now Afi is tasked with once again making sure that SOLARY doesn't ace.
But I think this map is like, if you think about, you know, all maps like, okay, Slowdown, that's a SOLARY map, right? Slippy Slides, that's also a SOLARY map traditionally. Agility Dash is like middle ground. Like, this is the one you kind of want to win. This is the one that could decide it, because you have your stronghold maps that you think you can beat the other teams on regardless, but this could go either way, and right now it's flipping heavy in SOLARY's favor. They have another chance at an ace, and BDS are in dire needs of Afi clutching this out on the jumps. He gets the best one out of the 3 players on the start of it, but Pack is coming back with more speed. He sniped Aurel last time, but Afi stays ahead.
Oh, Pack missed the finish. He hit the finish pole, had to respawn, fell off the map. And now that's makes it like, I mean, Team BDS gets 2 points instead of 1. It's not the end of the world, but definitely an unfortunate situation.
And Afi just dropped a banger time once again. That is, you know, only Pack has driven faster. Mutta, Glenn, Elcon, Carl Jr., they have not set a faster time than that in all the matches played over the last 2 months. He is driving like a menace right now. And if Aurel doesn't fail this jump in the start, they could potentially reclaim the lead of the map.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, right now, SOLARY has capitalized on the fact that Aurel has made multiple mistakes during this map, and he is, yeah, definitely saving a little bit more right now, making sure that he does not get that acceleration penalty. Oh, but almost. This is going to be wonky. He's going to lose a lot of speed because of that.
Jump's awkward now. The drift's awkward. It's going to be about a second almost.
Yeah,
0.6.
That is, I mean, that's all it takes. It takes one bad line, and that will snowball into further bad lines, especially when it's a long, straight section where momentum is key.
Yeah, like if you fall off your rhythm, that is hard to get back to. He's back on the lines he wants to drive now. The speed is equalized, but the time loss is felt. He's 0.6 behind. Offie's again up there, but he is in the mix with Pack and Carl through this section. Gwen and Binks try their best, but they lost time here. Offie also losing time. Carl and Pack does that part of the map so well, and they will be in the lead, but Offie had a great identity last time. He set the fastest time so far. Can he get the jumps right to beat them both?
Oh no,
that's
Offie,
a bit much.
And that looks like an ace for Team SOLARY. Nobody is too close to them. They're driving incredibly fast, and they will get a 128.89.
And they take the map with that, because they were on track point. So first map goes to SOLARY.
They got BDS's first map pick.
That's first choice.
Okay. That is setting a statement, once again.
It really is. They had some strong rounds, and eventually BDS, when they faltered, the consistency from SOLARY shows up one more time.
So as we take a look at some of these replays, we can say that the next map is gonna be Slowdown, where we have SOLARY with the consistency. Hopefully they're gonna be able to take that home once again and put BDS even under more pressure.
I mean, if they win Slowdown, that is also a statement. Because that's kind of like raiding the opponent's base and taking all their possessions and belongings and everything they thought they were good at.
I mean,
just taking their entire ancestry, like their family book or something.
It might also be that BDS feels less pressured because they know they already have a win in the best of threes in the series, right? So they know they already have a win. That's less pressure. SOLARY knows if they lose this series, they're out of the tournament. So it might be BDS that takes a while to rev up. They also haven't played any matches today yet, so they might also just need to warm up a little bit.
We've seen SOLARY be the best team on this in week 1, in week 2, in week 3. And every week, they've just gotten faster and faster at it. This is like, you're going up against the team on their best map here. If you take it, it's an accomplishment unlike no other, but SOLARY has played this against BDS several times, and in the last match, they won it twice.
And we are currently driving the first round here of Slowdown. You can see Pack is in the lead, but not by a lot. BDS is definitely following along quite well, and Carl Jr. once again is in the back. 0.2 of a deficit up to his teammate, but the players are not separated by that much. Everybody's driving on top of each other, and Carl Jr. does have a great identity to show for it as well. You can see here trying to jump up to second place. Aurel is going to get a lot of speed, though. He might overtake up back to second, but it is...
He clipped, and it's an ace.
He clipped the finish again. Not again, but like multiple people we've seen clip finishes tonight. And Aurel now becoming one of them, giving the ace to SOLARY. 3 points.
That was so close. The high-speed line there, it works by keeping 1 gear higher. Instead of shifting down, you stay in 3rd gear through that identity. But it's very difficult to manage the speed. And while that is said, Pack dropped an astonishing 53.33 as well. So... regardless, it's hard to keep up with. Offie dropping a nice time in chat. And now they're falling behind in the next round too. Pack with a really fast start. Yeah. Look at him. He's 2/10 out of everyone else out of the start. 20 seconds.
28.8 flat through that checkpoint. Good pace. Aurel going really wide. He's going to have a little bit more speed, getting maybe a little bit closer, but Team SOLARY might be able to get another ace here because Carl Jr.'s identity here on Slowdown seems to be incredibly fast. Aurel needs to push this. He doesn't get the he hits the tree, doesn't get the outside line. Carl Jr. and Pack alone in the front. Offie can't do anything about it, and that's going to be a back-to-back ace for SOLARY.
Another ace, another 0.3. Like, what do you even do? They're driving fast, but fast is not enough. Like,
nope.
Driving fast is not enough. And it's like, if you drive safe and try not to crash, that's not enough. You have to literally probably beat your personal best here to beat these guys. Every round.
Every round, consistently. SOLARY has showcased that Slowdown is not a map you want against them, and it might even be something that BDS is... they're risking, but that's good. That's good. That's what they have to do. Now, it might not have been completely on purpose because the second line he got there was unfavorable. He is a little bit behind, jumping down to 3rd place, but this might be a map that BDS will be forced to ban.
Yeah, next set, I don't know. I mean, it's either this or freestyle, right? Like, pick your poison. Oh, they do have their good map, SOLARY. but this is certainly one of them, the way they're playing. Afi having to risk, as you said, and makes a mistake there in the process. Arel still keeping up with Pack after 44 seconds of driving, going up into the lead right now. He tends to go for this wide line, getting more speed here, but now needs to manage the air control. Is it enough to snipe Pack? Can he get through?
Oh, that's so close. 0.08 of a second, but Pack maintains the lead. That's going to be 2 points for SOLARY. They're jumping even closer to the map victory.
Difference of approach there, Arel almost making it work, but yeah, 8-1. BDS need 2 aces and then some to get back here. So it's gonna be tough. SOLARY are probably going to take this map, and it could be that BDS are already looking ahead to the next map.
It could be. I mean, at this point, 8-1 is such an incredibly difficult thing to come back from.
Oh.
You need, yeah, and there goes Arel into the side of the wall. I mean,
that's 1 point secured at least, right?
Yeah, Afi needs to get first place now to be able to survive just one more round here on this map.
Pack is dropped on an even faster start, Jnic. I don't really want to say it, but that is close to the world record pace here for Pack as he continues to dominate this game. Let's see what the final time is going to be. The splits are ridiculous right now. Going up the hill, going through in between the trees, getting the drift right there, still keeping strong. How fast is this from Pack? Hello? Slow down!
56-124. That is a new world record coming in from Pack.
He demolished it. Like, that is so much faster. The old record was at 56.19, but even that was far beyond the competition. That's a crazy run.
That's impressive. I mean, Pack is just on another level today.
56.12. All right, that's a time to remember. If you're gonna drive a 6th time, you might as well do it in the grand final. Jesus Christ.
And it just goes to show that he is comfortable with the pressure of a grand final. He is okay. He doesn't mind it at all. In fact, it might even push him to greater heights.
Yeah, he's unfazed. And there's no way BDS don't ban that map, right? Like,
I mean, yeah.
If you don't, you just say we lose a point here, I think. And it's not because Afi and Arel are bad. It's just like you are going up against a literal demigod.
Yeah.
On that map. Like, no. Anything but that.
And both Carl Jr. and Pack are actually really well versed on this map as well. Carl Jr. currently shares the round world record. What do we call it? The league record.
Yeah.
The league record. He shares that with Massa at the moment. So Carl Jr. can showcase maybe even another record right here. It would be amazing to see both the members of Team SOLARY get a record in the grand finals.
Let's put that out there so you can pay attention to it. The record 57.547 is the time to beat. The league record, the fastest time we've seen on back and forth. Into the start here. Pack with a good start. Carl Jr. joining him, and SOLARY are looking to keep up the pressure. This is BDS's second choice, and if they get aced on this, the first best of 7 is looking dire for them. But Carl and Pack are driving so fast already. This is 57.7 pace roundabouts. If they don't make a mistake in the identity, Afi's gonna try. The identity here is driving backwards with the reactor booster, and you have to weave between pillars. He could gain a little bit of time with tighter approaches, but it's hard to gain a lot of time. And Pack and Carl are going to start with an ace and 57.7.
57.7, incredible, respectable time. And both of the players driving a sub 58, which is what we want to see from the players by now. Sub 58 was almost unseen in the first couple of weeks, the first 3 weeks of the tournament. And now we see consistently players drive it every single round, and a 0.7 at that.
0.7 used to be the world record as well. Like, we have the 0.5s, but there's not a lot of people that have gotten under 0.7 on this. So, spectacular to do that, and I think they're going to do that just about every round. But this... Well, sliding out. This is Afi's specialty map from the early weeks. If you pick this map against BDS in the early weeks, you were bound to lose. But other teams have caught up now in knowledge. Look at Carl and Pack again.
It's so impressive to see Team SOLARY just drive in tandem there in the front, like shoulder to shoulder, solidarity for SOLARY. Like, that is just incredible to see. And now they're once again only faced by Afi. He can get a few tighter lines. He's trying to push it. You can see just how close to the corners he's driving, and he is getting closer, but it's not quite going to be enough, and it's going to be another back-to-back ace to start off the map.
And they share the time basically to the 100th here. Carl and Pack in sync, and another ace. 6-0.
I mean, this is... They're saying to Team BDS, if you want to beat us, you need to like push yourself. This is not going to be easy for you.
So the thing for me is like, if I'm getting beaten this bad, I kind of just want to leave the server. Like, okay, you know, but you're also playing for the grand finals, but you got to find some way to stop the punches, right?
Yeah.
You got to find some way to block and mentally reset here. But where do you do that? Because it looks like SOLARY is just going to run away with map after map here if BDS don't find some like breathing room.
I mean, they have to, and already in the start of the map, they're gonna be behind. Okay, Pack did choose to drive over a lot of that penalty snow, but he's still gonna be on second/third place, and that's not too bad. Afi taking a little bit of a flight right there. He's gonna lose some pace, and now Aurel is the only one there to be able to deny another ace, which would be just impossible to come back from.
This could be the start of something. We've seen BDS have good lines in the backward section, and Aurel is here, side by side with Pack, quite close to Carl as well. He's gonna go for an inside approach on the first slalom, but he's losing ground, and that could be a third. That could be a third ace for SOLARY, and they take it barely. Pack crashing the finish line a little bit.
That would have been 2.7s as well. Like, that is difficult to deal with.
It's a 9-0 and back and forth here. You kinda, I mean, triple ace is what you need.
I mean, what they're doing right now is they're just trying to crush the spirits of BDS. Like, as fast as possible. We need them. We need their spirits down. We need to capitalize.
So even if you're winning by this much, you just want to keep the pressure up.
Yeah.
Because you can keep this mental advantage into the next game as well.
Exactly. So that's definitely what they're trying to do, and you can see Pack and Carl Jr. Every time, even at the start of the map, they're breaking away.
Ridiculous start here by Pack, by the way. If he wasn't already driving fast, he forces the mistakes out of BDS, and he with the wide line. Even with the wide line, that was a 0.4 checkpoint. Pack, like, could have obliterated the world record this round. I'm so sure of it. That was crazy. Carl still up front. And just 1 point is necessary here.
Yeah, there's 10 seconds down to Aurel, so I think this map is as good as over. They are going to try to go for the quadruple ace. Afi will try to deny it, of course.
Quad
that could have been...
Wait, no.
Afi is not driving. He's just waiting, and it will be a quadruple ace.
The 12-0, the fabled 12-0 is on the board.
In the grand finals.
Third, yeah. And Jnic, we go into a SOLARY choice now.
Yes, this is going to be SOLARY's map now, which, I can't remember.
Slippy Slides.
Slippy Slides. We haven't seen that been played today.
Very fun to play against SOLARY on. That's
oh
so
my
fun.
God.
I love that.
Getting bopped down 12-0 is a rough thing for the mental. But
honestly, I feel it's better to just get fully swept than, like, lead yourself to believe you have a chance.
Yeah.
And like, oh, it's 9-9 and then you lose, right?
So that's a good question. Would you rather get like completely swept the map, or would you rather be on the verge of winning, like maybe overtime and then losing?
For me. Like if I just lose it, I have no investment into thinking I can win, and then it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. It's more crushing if you're like so close. Tantalizing, right?
Okay, that's fair enough. I mean, at least they could have spent that last round of back and forth trying to reset the mindset. Trying to just come back from the loss and be like, okay, we're gonna lose this map, let's focus on the next one.
Like, in team spirits wise, if you get stomped, it can be fun to just like joke about it, like, dude, we're getting obliterated. Isn't this hilarious? And then you you smiles in chat, and you just go on to the next round. Just smile, it's gonna be fine. Just drive faster and focus up. Slippy Slides chosen by SOLARY. We're not gonna say that this is a given win, but they have won this twice against BDS. Afi very fast here. We're gonna try to see low 111s. The world record a 110. 90 by Mura.
I mean, this is a map that SOLARY has excelled on quite a lot, but BDS is definitely no easy opponent to best. So nothing is over yet, and we have seen other teams come back from a 3-0 deficit in terms of maps. So nothing is over.
Yeah, I mean, thinking back to Sprout in the Challenger League, they won from a reverse sweep best of 7. You can make it happen, but it all depends on the mental game. Are they still feeling like they have a chance here? Carl with the inside line, but the others going wide are going to have more speed. Aurel clipped the roof of the checkpoint there, losing speed. Now we go into the Slippy Slides. This is the identity. 3 bug slides in a row is the obstacle part here, and your first one decides your trajectory a lot. Carl Jr. is going to stay ahead. Offie going wide. That might be it. Oh, Pack missing. Securing a draw for BDS here.
We said OPAC in unison right there, by the way, which I thought was worth mentioning. So it will be a draw in the start here on the first round, but that was due to Pack making a mistake. You know, Team BDS cannot assume that SOLARY will keep making mistakes. You can't rely on stuff like that happening, especially not from Team SOLARY, not on a map like this. They have to start driving a little bit faster, get some aces of their own. If they start getting behind on points early, then that could already set the tone for the rest of the map.
It really could. They did do pretty well there. Carl dropped a 111.3, which I would say is right around where we're going to expect the winning pace to be. But 111.5, that's going to be a great pace to drive consistently. And if they can just avoid mistakes, that's honestly the winning condition on Slippy Slides. It's a map we see a lot of mistakes on. Pack crashed out this round, but Alfie and RL are still keeping clean. And if they beat Carl here, that's an ace. That's just as you said.
They have to utilize this situation.
Oh, yep.
Carl hit. And now, capitalize. Come on, Team BDS. You need to capitalize right now. Get a good inside drift here. Great bug slide from both the players. Alfie, okay, a little bit risky, but he did make it work. And now they're both going into the identity half a second, even more ahead of both the players in Team SOLARY. Going for two different lines here for the bug slides in the ending, but they both will work.
Close.
He is getting closer. Is it going to be enough? I do not think so. And we see an ace from Team BDS, a much needed ace.
They keep Carl at bay, and can they get Slippy? If they win Slippy, they might have some chances. Their next map that they could get to play would be Reps.
Yes, but Reps is also a dangerous.
It's a dangerous map.
SOLARY did so well on Reps earlier, so but first things first, if they win this map, get some momentum back, make sure that, okay, we can win this type of vibe, get that on the team, because right now it's looking pretty dark for Team BDS, but they are 3 points ahead.
And so far, they have avoided any single mistake. Pack crashing another round here. Oh, shouldn't have said anything. It's still going to be advantage BDS, though, with RL holding that third, as Pack has fallen 1.5 seconds behind now. So, battle between Offie and Carl to decide this round up front. Carl avoiding the mistake. And now we see some different trajectories. Carl went for a very inside bug slide here. That's going to get him closer to the checkpoint. Offie going to have more speed all throughout this next part if he did his line correctly. Looks like he will gain a little bit, but having to save... And
wonky entrance.
Yeah, just get through. It looks like Carl has this on lock. Just the bug slides to go.
Well, yeah, and once we've talked about this, you want to land as close to a 90-degree angle as possible because that's going to tighten your slide.
That's so nice.
1.11.111.
That's so satisfying.
That is incredibly satisfying. Carl Jr. coming in clutch for all the OCD people in chat. Very nice.
If only we could find a way to remove that first 0.
Yes.
You know? That was the... They should do an exception for that. If you have a 1-on-1, you remove.
I mean, 0 means nothing, right? So
yeah,
just assume that it's nothing.
Yeah, just ignore it.
Ignore it.
Yeah, I agree. And that's why we can just, you know, BDS 0 maps. We can just, you know, ignore the score in total.
Oh yeah,
the score is invisible. It can't hurt you.
But
it's not there.
But now on this round, we have both Carl Jr. and Pack driving the start of the map without any mistakes, and RL has a slight mistake. So the last couple of rounds we've seen Pack make mistakes. If Pack was there with Carl Jr., the scoreline would have been different, and now he is. In fact, he's in front, and if SOLARY gets an ace of their own, they're all of a sudden equalized.
I remember, RL missing the bug slide angle. If you go over 90 degrees, that is what happens. You will just look like a fish out of water, just sliding around, but not getting any grip. This is the bug slides. Pack has had such fast pace on this map in previous games, and he's doing it again right now, finding his rhythm after a few crashes. But Offie, inside line, could get there. Not quite. No.
We did it again. In unison.
We've done that a lot. We harmonize, Jnic.
Yeah, we do. I mean,
we're like an instrument.
Okay, I'm not gonna. We said. I was going. it was going a different way. So, SOLARY, it was important for Team BDS to deny SOLARY that ace. They're going to remain 2 points ahead, and that's going to be even closer to the match point. They need 1 more point to get up to that 7, which will give them Team SOLARY. They're making a lot of mistakes here on Slippery Slides at the moment.
But it is like so precise. This map is like a dance, and if you miss one step, if your left foot is a little bit out, you're not going to get there for the next move. You have to constantly be left, right, left, right. You're always doing something. There's never one moment where they're kind of just going in a straight line, and with Pack sliding out here, BDS have a golden opportunity to ace once again against SOLARY on Slippy Slides, and maybe they can get a map here.
I mean, it does look like they've been offered this for free. All they need to do is land in these bug slides without turning. Oh, that was kind of close from Morel.
Yeah, that was
a little bit worried. Just land in a safe bug slide.
No, wait, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. This is bad. Morel! Pack sliding out as well.
Oh, come on. Oh, okay. It looks like it's going to be... yeah, it's going to be a draw. It's going to be a draw. I mean, that was... as you said, a golden opportunity. They needed to capitalize, just utilize that both of the SOLARY players made a huge mistake. Aurel lost 13 seconds in the last identity there. So, that's rough.
But the problem is, like, it starts with that first bug slide, right? Where the first bug slide is a little bit scary. And you're like, oh, I gotta save. And then you try to go extra safe in the second, like, dude, let me not mess this up. It would be very bad if I mess this up. And you keep thinking about that, and then you do something you never usually do,
I also just want to say to chat real quick that you always notice when a caster's curse is happening. Can we start going positive and only notice when caster blesses happen, and then call that out instead? Thank you.
Yeah. Let's do the reverse curse.
Yeah.
So here we can see that BDS are acing.
Yes, BDS definitely will be acing. I mean, Pack actually slid out a little bit. Aurel is kind of far behind. Carl Jr. and Pack, they are looking to try to get that ace because Team BDS, even if they just get 1 point, they are getting closer and closer to that victory. Pack going so inside with that bug slide, but it was still fine enough to maintain the 3rd place. Aurel is getting a little bit closer. 0.3 separating those players at the moment. Aurel did seem to make a mistake. Afi overtaking Carl Jr. maybe, getting some good bug slides. He needs to go super tight here. Will he do it? Pack also with a risky ending, but Afi being able to just take away the lead from Carl Jr. 0.02 of a second, making sure that it ends up in a draw.
Has Afi made a single mistake this entire map? I think he's just driven round after round 111, easy.
I mean, he has definitely performed well.
I can't even think if he's made one mistake. He's been so good for BDS, always there when slide outs and whatnot happen. And if Aurel joins him for one round up there right now, they could take this map away finally.
But SOLARY does need a ace here if they want to get back into it. So Carl Jr. being 0.2 behind right now is not a great sign. SOLARY or Team BDS, as of right now, they will close the map out if they're able to hold these positions.
Yeah, they can do it right now, but a bit wide from Aurel. That's going to let Pack and Carl get past him on the dirt before the bug slides, and now we have to see if they've done their homework with these lines. Inside line is what SOLARY thinks is the best. BDS going slightly wider. Where is Aurel? Is that going to pay off? He's slightly behind, but gets more speed up the hill. Oh! Hits the checkpoint a little bit. Carl jumping up into first. Afi just right there, though, with them. And now, who has the best trajectory here? Last time was Afi. He's a little bit wider than Carl, but he can maybe get a tighter trajectory here. Goes wide.
Gets overtaken in the end.
And at the end of the day, it's SOLARY that wins that round. We go 9 to 8.
Okay, so this is getting really interesting. SOLARY has put themselves back into the match here, but they cannot afford making these mistakes. We've seen SOLARY make an unprecedented amount of mistakes here on this map at the moment, whether it's because of nerves or because they're so far in the lead that they've let their guard down. Either way, they need to stop doing so.
They need to stop doing the mistakes. They're also on best of 7 point here. If SOLARY wins this, there's a bracket reset and we play another best of 7. But BDS could also win this map and extend the match. Here we go into the downhill. No mistakes so far this round at the very least from both teams. And the pace up front from Afi is faster than ever. Here, very difficult to keep full grip.
Oh,
And Offie
Offie.
sliding out. And Solary top 2.
All of a sudden, this looks like Solary's map to win, and indeed the entire match. Aurel will try to see if he can get a little bit closer, getting an inside line bug slide, but both the Solary members also do this. He needs to get up to first place to deny these players at the moment. Is he going to be able to do so? If he overtakes one, it's also going to be over overtime, but he needs these bug slides to happen for him right now. Pack and Carl Jr. executing the first one, executing the second one. He has one more slide to see if he can overtake. He might be able to do it, but not quite enough, and Solary will take the first game.
Solary win 4-0. Once again, great times that last round. 1:11.1.2. And that one round where Offie makes a mistake is where they find their winning opportunity.
I mean, that was an incredible game and well played, just awe-inspiring from Solary. Just absolutely crazy gameplay, winning 4 maps in a row against Team BDS.
But it looks like BDS held their own really well on Slippy. I think going to the next one, they're gonna have to ban Slowdown. Like, what on earth? You cannot play that map. There's just no way you win, I think.
Slowdown was just crazy.
Yeah, Slowdown was crazy. Ban that one away.
Back and forth was honestly also a little bit rough.
Was a bit of a stomp, but they might
was
have
back
the
and
pace
forth
there.
not the 4 aces in a row?
Yeah, that was the 12-0.
So,
but at that point, they were down, you know? They were down 2 maps.
I mean, yeah.
Agility Dash, I don't know if they need to ban away or if they want to pick into it again. But I really want to see BDS on reps, actually.
I think BDS on reps has a solid chance of beating Solary, but Solary did showcase just some crazy pace playing against G1 here previously on reps, so it might not be as easy as is, right?
Yeah, that is indeed true. We're gonna see what the teams opt for. There's gonna be a small break, I think, to let the players readjust, maybe go through some comps, just talk through what our game plan is gonna be for the next one. We'll take like a quick 2-3 minutes, but then we return. It's a bracket reset. It's Solary versus BDS, and they will play at least one more best of 7 here to see who wins.
Yeah, this is gonna be the final best of 7, right?
Yeah, it is.
So this is gonna be the grand final of grand finals. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
We're back. It is the grand finals of Trackmania World Tour. We just saw SOLARY quite confidently obliterate BDS in the best of 7 there, winning 4 maps.
I mean, that was an incredible performance by both the teams, honestly. Like, there was multiple games where G1, or sorry, not G1, but BDS could have taken it. But we also saw some incredible stomps, like some just unreal performance coming in from SOLARY.
Yeah, menacing on slowdown, menacing on back and forth too. Like
back and forth was 4 aces in a row. Slowdown was just pace-based. It was SOLARY just showed dominance from pace, but back and forth, 4 aces in a row, also due to like mistakes.
And so here's the thing, right? Now they've played 4 best of 7s total this season. First one, BDS won. It was 4-3. Second one, BDS won. It's 4-3. 42, I think. 4-2. But the last 2 best of 7s, SOLARY have won 4-0 and now 4-0. They are playing 1 more best of 7 to decide the championship. And to give you context, if you're new to Trackmania eSport, if you're just getting into this, I think before we play the finals, we should watch one little clip about what this is all about. Enjoy the trailer Legends by MCYC.
Some legends are set in stone. Others are looking to conclude their journey, to become one themselves and finish their story. We are not racing just to be better than everyone else. We are competing with friends to conquer all challenges in our way. Final round.
Here we are, final round on this track. Over 500 kph picked up by the drivers to make it through the loop. Then they make their way up the road on the next 2 left-handers. Reactors activated, cars left back down hard onto the tarmac. The rookie is keeping it neat and tidy on the racing surface. Crash up ahead, what a lucky escape. He keeps it pinned through the drop and carries on. Still catching up to everyone in the second final section. Back on the flat for his last lap before a long jump, landing back down hard into the dirt. The drivers decide to stay into the outer line for the right-hander, moving it off the walls all the way through the corner. The rookie has made it quite far up the order. The 2 teammates are finally reunited. They're now sitting second and third, which would be good enough to get the wheel rolling if they're able to keep positions like this. Just a few turns left to navigate. One of the 2 drivers hits the wall. It's down to the rookie. He goes for a late apex, carrying a bit more engine speed with him. Catching up to the leader, but is it enough to get past? It's a track race to the line!
But after all, who knows? Maybe you are the next legend.
Dude, I'm getting hyped. Like, that gives me goosebumps. That gives me the chills. Maybe you are the next legend.
It's an amazing trailer and just goes to show what these people are playing for. And we jump straight into the picks and bans. Immediate ban on gyroscope followed by freestyle.
They're sticking to their guns here. They're saying, and they flip of faith first pick. They're trying to change things up, but slow down the answer. We know Pac was crazy there.
Reps, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. They're trying to go for some different maps here.
SOLARY are picking the same stuff. It's up to Arel and Uffy to try to find an opening. Will they go for agility dash or back and forth or try something new? Parkour was something we looked at in the break here. Maybe they can...
I think parkour... They could
try their luck.
They could capitalize on parkour because it's a little bit of a different playstyle. But back and forth, arrow pipes and agility dash, I would favor SOLARY on.
Yeah, that's tough here. It's tough. What are they going to go for? Agility dash the choice. And now SOLARY with one more choice. Maybe it's back and forth here.
I think it's back and forth.
Arrow pipes and back and forth the random.
Oh, that is a clutch random for SOLARY.
Probably preferring that to parkour, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, first map, Flip of Faith. We haven't seen any of the players play that today. It is also a very different style than the traditional Trackmania style. You need to do like 3 barrel rolls by the time you're in the finish. So that could benefit Team BDS. But slowdown, Slippy Slides, back and forth. That's at least 3 maps that I feel like SOLARY will
especially
take
with
home.
momentum. But guys, it's a treat that we get to go all the distance in the 3rd best of 7 here in the grand final. Get some hype in the chat for the team you're rooting for. This is the final series, and after this we will know which team is the best Trackmania team in the world at the moment. Starting on Flip of Faith, a map that requires really good air control.
Really good air control. Like, you want to minimize airtime, multiple places, and some of the places you want to do it by doing a barrel roll mid-air, going low enough as to land early, but high enough as to not to crash. And this is where we will see people risk it for the biscuit.
Looking at the player cams right now, 2 of our players have transformed into real-life Formula 1 cars due to all the nerves. They have changed their form into the car itself. That's how you know they're one with the game.
That's why they're so good at the game, dude.
Yeah, no, you just, if you want to get faster, just become the car you're driving. But really, you can see the players that have their cam on, like, this is high pressure, this is high tension. 5 seconds left to go until we start.
There we see the first low airtime and another low airtime. Right here you see Carl Jr. crashing it. You want to land as early as possible there on the top to be able to try to break away from your opponents.
We are live in the grand final, round 1, BDS with the first map choice. They went for agility dash last set and they lost that one. They're trying to change things up, put SOLARY on something weird like the flips here, because this right here, aiming this flip up to the platform is very precise, and it's gonna cause Carl Jr. to fail round 1.
Oh, that is...
And Pack as well.
Both of them. Team BDS might have picked a very clutch starting map here. Both of the players doing well. Pack is 0.6 behind, and he's the only one who's going to be able to contest for this round 1 ace that looks to be happening.
This is looking like an ace, but as we know, Flip of Faith, it's still 2 more of those barrel rolls. The last ones are a little bit easier, but Pack here, he has nothing to lose. He's going to go full risk. Off he going for a weird line there, hitting the pillar, and will be passed by Pack. So Pack gets 1, going for a low jump now, up to the platform.
Clean.
Challenging Arel for this one, but Arel will get a clean landing onto the pipe, dropping into the finish and securing first place. 1:04.13 as well, a good time.
Afi got overtaken by Carl Jr. as well, and this might actually look like a draw instead of an ace.
Unfortunate. Offie failing. Yeah, I thought Carl here missed the finish for a second, but no. Offie missing that flip for a second time.
Yeah, and this is what happens. Like, we've talked about this. This map is definitely one of the maps that are the most untraditional to play. And that is also why these players might have 1 or 2 mistakes coming into some of those barrel rolls. Also because you want to risk it. Here, once again, low airtime on the first wall jump. Wanna land just like that. Afi executing it well. Another low airtime barrel roll. All of the players making it. Pack.
Oh my god, this is a stacked round.
Yeah. This was really well played.
You never,
okay.
You never really see all the players survive it that well in the start, and this time Arel will fail just after landing it. And now Alfie, who failed last round, he has a job to do. Arel actually PB'd in that last round, set a new personal best in the grand final opening round. So that's really good by him. Carl going for a low airtime here, and Alfie likes to go around this pillar. Last time he crashed and that made it look bad, but it's actually quite competitive.
Now we might see some risky lines coming in here. Carl Jr. with such a clean jump, overtaken for first place. Afi jumping high, might be overtaken there by Pack, but Pack also clips the bottom. And now Afi gets that second place, but Carl Jr. showcasing just how much a risk will save you if you do that in the barrel rolls.
Yeah, if you, he glued to the ground on both of those flips. That was just magnetic.
I mean, and it is so hard to recognize exactly where you want to jump off that hill to be able to do a perfect barrel roll like that. I think it is so precise, it is almost impossible to be fully consistent on.
But what I've seen players do here is they will build designated practice maps, where what they do is they place a checkpoint right here, and then they will sit for hours and just grind and grind and grind until they have just an innate feeling, an innate just touch on exactly when to leave the block.
But that's definitely what you gotta do as well, right? I mean, at this level of competition, every advantage is a crucial advantage that you need to have. And making maps dedicated to just practicing some of these identities is definitely something that every team does and should do.
They should do it, and if you do it enough, of course you can get good at it, but executing it with nerves in the finals is another thing. Uffy again around that pillar on the outside, challenging Carl right now up in first. Pack giving us a good overview. Uffy respawning in an ace is possible here unless RL is in range. Can he get one? Can he go low? Can he get past Pack? Pack respawned, so he will deny an ace. Can Uffy get past Pack here? He actually is.
And now that's a reverse situation of what we saw from Team BDS a second ago. This time, SOLARY gave up their ace to make it a draw.
It's still just 1 point difference. That's crazy. Yeah. It feels almost like we're not flipping cars. We're kind of flipping coins here with the rounds.
But that was so important for Team BDS to get SOLARY, or not to get, but like for SOLARY to make a mistake, because this is once again Team BDS's map choice. First pick. This is the map where like we have to come back. This is the map we come back on. And if SOLARY got that ace, that would have been such a detrimental blow to Team BDS's momentum.
Ooh, Carl with a great line to just get past the BDS players, but Pack is losing a lot of time here. It's a 2v1 already into the second half of the map here.
Yeah, Carl Jr. in the lead, and we have Aurel and Uffy sandwiched between Carl Jr. and Pack. Nothing is over quite yet, though. Pack is quite far behind, so Carl Jr. will try to maintain this lead. If he makes any sort of mistake, that could be an ace for Team BDS.
And the thing here, when you're 2v1 on this map, you can afford to just have one person go full send. Carl needs to do really good flips to keep him out of here, because he still is in the lead, but one small airtime mistake could be enough. Carl likely winning that by 200ths, and Pack takes third. SOLARY now up 2 points.
SOLARY extending their lead.
And a great time from Carl too. 104.26, 25. It's right around his best time in the league.
The barrel rolls from Carl Jr. have looked really clean so far, though. Especially that first one in the identity. It looks like he aims higher up on the ramp when he lands, but that makes him land a little bit earlier. And it has been beneficial to him every single time so far.
Yeah, going wide to where the block is at its highest point, right?
Yes, exactly.
Less airtime, even though it looks like he's not taking the sharpest line. Really, really good from Carl. Pack struggling a little bit here, but if Carl can keep landing these flips, then SOLARY are not going to lose a lot of points. They're going to stay level. And with Aurel making a mistake here, they now have a 2v1 situation, although Uffy has a good lead to work with. They can make something happen here.
They could definitely, but Uffy is the only person standing between SOLARY and an ace, so Uffy needs to make sure that he makes zero mistakes here in the identity, and it is so easy to just jump a little bit too high or jump a little bit too low, and Carl Jr. has executed these identities so clean so far, so he knows he has to do it well. That is definitely good enough, and he needs just one more jump. It looks like he got it, and that's gonna be Uffy on first, securing another draw.
No, he missed the finish.
Oh, he missed the... There's no way. Oh.
He missed the drop down into the finish. Disaster for Uffy.
He tilted off the face of the earth at that point. He just drives off the map. I mean,
Oh, that should never happen, and he knows it. He knows it. He's played this map for 10s, 20s, 30 hours plus, and never probably done that in practice. And then it happens in the final. That's just heartbreaking. SOLARY 9-4. They need 2 aces.
I mean, I did not see what happened there on the player cam. Their player cams seem to still be cars that have hard time showing emotions, but I'm sure if we saw his face, that would have been a reaction that, I mean, would be understandable at that point.
Oh, it's just so... You have to feel for him. Like, he drives such a good run and missing, and now, let's see if Uffy can redeem himself here. He will be up in first, but he needs Aurel to be there with him, and Aurel is 3 tenths behind, but still in the mix. This is still a winnable spot for them. But if they don't get Flip of Faith, then you have to wonder where they're going to find their winning chances against SOLARY. Because you're going up on Slowdown, you're going up on Slippy, and it's going to get tough. Oh, Aurel going wide, getting a lot of speed though. Passing Pack. Now the first flip up. Offie getting it perfect when it matters, but all 4 players are here. Low airtime matters. Aurel clipping a little bit, and there's not going to be an ace. Offie will win. He will hit the finish now, but it's a little too late.
Solary getting the map point, but I have to applaud Offie for being able to come back and get first place after
the round after something like that.
I'd
be boiling.
Like, yeah, I would. Keeping your composure like that must be so difficult.
And the time he drove as well is the 4th fastest time in the league. So he really just, you know, he made up for it, but he couldn't afford it.
Nah, but that was. Sometimes that happens, right? You cannot play perfectly all the time, and even the best players in the world will make silly mistakes from time to time. We see it in every esport.
Let's see it again. It's right there. Oh, I think he jumped too late and hit the top of it and just dropped down.
I mean, that's...
Well, okay. Mental reset. You're going up against SOLARY round 2 on slowdown. They looked faster in their previous set here than against G1, and they still beat G1 on this. So this is very tough. I mean, I applaud going for this instead of freestyle. Freestyle could be even more difficult.
Oh, Pack with an early mistake. But Offie also with an early mistake. That's going to be 2 different matches here. We're going to see Carl Jr. Aurel fighting for 1st and 2nd, and Pack and Offie fighting for 3rd and 4th.
We are going to see that very even up front still between Carl and Aurel, and usually the first place battle matters a lot more for the rest of the field, so I'm going to pay attention to who wins there. But yeah, the pace here when SOLARY don't crash has been immaculate, so Aurel and Offie wait to see what they're capable of.
It is not over quite yet because Carl Jr. has an incredible, just an unreal touch with this identity, so he might be able to overtake Aurel here in the ending. Gets an inside tree line already right there. That's going to give him the 1st place. One more turn and over the penalty, and that's going to be so clean. Carl Jr. overtakes for 1st place. That's what I'm talking about. Carl Jr. just... Yeah,
like the car control that he displays there is just art.
The weaving over the tops of the hills right there, so perfect. The execution, making sure you know what speed you can get with the angle that you drive over the hump at. It's just like just perfection.
As a Trackmania player, you know he's like walking on a thin slack line where he's just like one tiny misstep from flying off.
Yeah.
But he just keeps his balance perfectly on those uphills. Beautiful stuff. He gains a lot of time there, and he gets a point for SOLARY. 2-1.
2-1. And this is also SOLARY's map pick for the people that didn't see that. So SOLARY thought that they would win this map against Team BDS. They did so in the previous game. Can they do it again? As of right now, it does look like they are in a favorable position.
They are going into the end. Once again, Carl in 4th, but we know he has those lines. Pack as well, practicing alongside him. Probably has the same setup on. Lock himself going up past Offie. Aurel going for the wide speed line. Looks like Pack's going to win the battle for 1st, and Aurel had to respawn. That's a win for SOLARY, and look at the final time, 56.3, but Offie is there as well. Pack just dropped the record earlier today. That was at 56.12.
I mean, that is just incredible.
That's disgusting.
But if SOLARY keeps extending their lead just with regular round wins, that's gonna put them in way too great of a position. Like, Team BDS needs to respond pretty soon because the snowballing effect has already started.
It has indeed, and we see though they are able to get a little bit in the start, at least towards Carl. That gives them some breathing room. They can afford a draw, but they have to close this gap before it, you know, increases. So getting past Pack when he's driving like this is gonna be tough, man. He's once again on like 0.3, 0.4 pace early on in the round. They get a good drift around that corner though.
The thing is though that being 0.1 ahead of Carl is not enough with his identity. You need to be further ahead for Carl not to be a fear anymore. And he's getting closer already right now. That's 3 players driving shoulder to shoulder. And Carl will get that inside line once again, jumping up to 2nd place. Will he hold it? Will this be another ace for Team SOLARY? Oh, Pack getting a little bit of airtime, but not enough to lose the round. And that's going to be 7-2.
Carl went from 4th to 1st there in the identity, as you said. You gain a 10th or 2, that's maybe not enough. You need more, because he has such a feeling for that part.
Yeah, I mean, he, as you said, finesses through that identity flawlessly, with perfection. So Carl Jr. can afford to be just a tiny bit slower in the start, but if he's, as he does right now, is already ahead,
no.
I mean,
This is
dangerous.
scary.
Yes.
SOLARY are on track point here, and Ace would get them the track, and we go next. And Slowdown is probably their strongest map. Like, this is the toughest one for BDS to win because it just suits Carl and Pac's playstyle so well, and they worked so much on it that they can do it nearly flawlessly. But look at the BDS are here. Can they get the identity even better than Pac and Carl, though? They know they have to. They've seen the splits. They just got to go all in and try to get past the two Titans here in the identity. The inside line from Carl and Pac is clean. Arel going for wide speed line. Alfie there too, but no, it's not going to happen. SOLARY close it out in 4 rounds.
10-2.
With a 10-2 scoreline.
I mean, that is... yeah, I mean... Team BDS can still come back, but SOLARY are putting, you know, some incredible matches down.
They're crazy. They're crazy on Slowdown.
So, we're gonna jump into the next map. This is once again Team BDS's map pick. It's gonna be reps now, as we look at some of the replays here. Some unfortunate events coming in from Team BDS. And the thing is that SOLARY capitalizes so well. They utilize their opponent's weaknesses. They see the small weaknesses in the armor and poke right at that. If there's one spot where you know, oh, the others, they might have some you know, some mistakes happening right here, they notice it immediately. They communicate so well, and they just clutch it out when it matters.
But this could maybe be where BDS can turn the tide. Offie on this map is a robot in the most literal sense. He's an AI that just can pop 106.5, 106.6 every single round when he's feeling well on the map. Right now, they're under a lot of pressure. It's a lot of momentum in SOLARY's favor, but if Offie can just turn that switch on and do those runs, he will be a very strong piece for BDS here.
Yeah, hopefully the tilt from the Flip of Faith isn't still affecting him, but he is on 4th place. He can still come back, though.
Yeah, starting a little bit slower than Carl. Carl is on a great run right here. This is close to the world record pace, the 106.2s that we've seen earlier today from Binks and Gwen. But Arel and Pac are also on good runs themselves. Everyone has to revive the start up to the identity. The obstacle here, the bridges that they jump on, the small ledges that they have to traverse. Offie getting past 1. That's a draw position right now, getting so much speed into the finish. Carl, 106.5, but Offie's there with his 0.6, and he gained about 2/10 after his start.
Yeah, he did really well in that identity. Definitely just full-sended it. Pac did overtake Arel, so it's going to be a round win for SOLARY, so an early lead, but 1 point here and there is not the most detrimental thing that happened. Team BDS can definitely still come back and showcase that they have what it takes to beat SOLARY on this map.
They do have what it takes, but they have to find it within themselves to execute it. Early air break here from Offie to try to get a little bit more speed on that landing. Pac not going for it and goes just about equal. As we head into the outside banking, Offie daring to stay up there for quite a while, setting up earlier for the drift and getting more speed than Pac. Now he's on a good start. Now you can see the difference. From here, Offie was able to gain 2/10 on SOLARY. So they have a good spot here, BDS, if Offie gets a good end. Arel also beating Carl Jr. is very important for the team. They go into the loop. Pac, though, getting a great line there, that low approach that he's been working on. But the identity will once again decide the round, and it looks to be in favor of SOLARY as of right now.
It does, but everything is down to the identity. Is everybody gonna make the first jump? Yes, they are. Driving over the beam here, Arel makes a mistake. Pac and Carl Jr. are alone in the lead, and that's gonna be an ace for Team SOLARY. 5-1 on reps, which is once again Team BDS's map pick.
This is tough now. This is very tough. Offie did fail that identity, and Pac dropped a 106.3, which is again an astonishing time to deliver consistently on this map.
It is. So the world record is, or the league record is a 106.38. So, I mean...
Before today. Before Binks and Gwen started demolishing it themselves. But Offie's personal best here that he's driven in league is 0.4. And now that he crashed another round and SOLARY are top 2, Aurel needs to set a new personal best.
Oh, he touches. I mean, okay, so SOLARY has been handed what looks like another ace. They have to get the finish, though. Oh, Aurel also had to slow down right there. He's losing even more ground. Like, the breakaway SOLARY made for this round should be able to put them onwards of the trajectory of an ace. They definitely will get that right here as long as they can make the final jumps there on the reps identity, on the beams, and they should be able to.
Are SOLARY going to do what everyone expected, but what many people hoped? Maybe someone could challenge them this year. It looks like SOLARY are on the march to victory right now. So much momentum, so many maps they've won in succession, and they're 8-1.
And a back-to-back ace for Team SOLARY on BDS's map pick. I mean, this is also... I mean, I think this has to do with momentum as well. Like, at this point, it's also to do with the mental state of Team BDS and some of the tilty situation that has happened. And SOLARY is just utilizing the fact that their momentum is perfect at the moment.
Yeah. And if they can keep that pressure, if they can make Aurel and Offie feel like they have absolutely no chance in the world and it's easier to give up than sit through more rounds of this, if they can instill that feeling within the BDS squad, then they will just keep winning these rounds. But right now, Aurel and Offie are up there. They're fighting. They are not done yet, but they will need 2 aces. That's the only way to come back here. 2 aces at least, and then some regular rounds. Offie is looking for first place right now, getting closer to Pack in the loop, but still lacking about a car's length to take first place. Going into the identity, they're all present. Aurel needs a lot of speed, though, to secure an ace for the team here. If it remains like this, then SOLARY take the map. Pack going wide on the jump. That gives Offie an opportunity for first. Less speed, but maybe an inside jump could do it. It's an
Another ace!
By 200ths of a second.
11-1. I mean, okay, SOLARY is just... They're not slowing down. They're not giving them a chance. They're not saying, hey, you have a chance to bounce back. Hey, you know, we'll give you a break. Come on, just come back into the... No, they're not giving them a second to relax.
Nope. You are just getting blasted here.
I mean,
it's an onslaught.
It is very hard, but I still want to say that BDS can come back. A reverse sweep is possible. Let's hear it in the chat for both Team BDS and Team SOLARY. They're both doing an incredible job, just awe-inspiring gameplay, unreal performances by both the teams, and they both still have what it takes.
BDS could do it. We saw G1, right? Against SOLARY. They were down. They almost brought it back into map 5, but SOLARY inched out a win there. BDS, they have to win this map.
So SOLARY won Slippy Slides last time here, just one game ago. Oh, an early mistake from BDS, and that's gonna be very rough.
That is Offie, who is the fastest player on the team on this map. The guy who was closest to beating Pack and Carl last time, but Aurel can drive 0.5s, 0.6 very consistently, and he's gonna try to do that and just see what Carl and Pack can do about it. If they drive 0.2, 0.1, that's not really what Aurel is going for. He's just going for that consistency.
But, I mean, this is the pressure on Team BDS right now, playing SOLARY's map pick, and this is the final map SOLARY needs. Like, this is the only map that stands between SOLARY and the Grand Champion title.
Yeah, 10 points away right now. Pack sliding out, though. This gives Aurel a lot of breathing room. And Offie, 11 seconds behind. He's going to call that. Bro, you have half a second. Try your best to save it. We'll see what Pack can do. Going for a very sharp approach. That's a lot of speed. The sharper you land in the 90-degree angle, the more speed. And he's getting a little close.
Oh, no!
Aurel sliding out and an ace.
The tilt! And that's going to be an ace for Team SOLARY. Okay, so that's super rough. Like,
This final is an unfortunate series of events for BDS. Missing a finish here, getting aced. Slide out there, getting aced.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of unfortunate events.
And in the rounds they play well, SOLARY's driving world record pace. Like, it's tough out here for BDS, but they're still trying, they're still fighting, there's still waste, but it's a lot tougher now than before that round.
Yeah, I mean, a 3-0 deficit from the beginning is always tough, especially for the mental as well, but BDS can come back. Aurel was in a great position throughout the entire map, so if he didn't slide out, the score points would have looked way different, and because of that, you know, it goes to show that he can still get up there. BDS can still come back. It just, they have to not make these just grave mistakes that we've been seeing.
They do. Afi is in the fight now. His presence is felt after getting through the start alive and battling Pack on an even faster pace than the previous round. This would have crushed the pace that Aurel drove up front in the previous, but here Afi is there to try to get this first place right now. Pack, though, pushing up the hill, going a little bit wider on the water, clipping out this time. Opportunity BDS as Pack gets that acceleration penalty, has to double respawn. Afi looks to secure first place. Looks like he has it on lock, and Aurel should be able to get that third, so they win one round back. And what a time! 1:10.91. I think that is 1,000 behind world record.
Yeah, 1,000's behind. That's a crazy time. League record. That's crazy. Afi also, I mean, they got incredible pace. It's just about consistency.
Yep, and now they have to be fully consistent from here on out. We saw a small lag there. Thought that was a crash for a second, but all players made it through the start. 2-4. It's not impossible. Like, we shouldn't count them out yet, because they have a fighting spirit here, BDS, but against Pack and Carl, you just know, like, any big mistake right now will be felt on your health bar. You have 6 points of health left, and if they keep whittling away at it, you're gonna run out soon.
Aurel almost slid out, and he slides out right here. Now Afi is tasked to make sure that SOLARY is not gonna get this ace. They cannot afford to give SOLARY these 3 points. This is so bad, and SOLARY getting both the inside lines, first and second place for Carl Jr. and Pack. Now Afi had to respawn, and this does look like they were given another ace on a silver platter. All they had to do is execute these 3 box slides. Carl Jr. making a mistake, showcasing that even SOLARY will also do these silly little unfortunate mishaps, and it can happen to anybody.
It can happen to anybody. Like, they make the difficult tracks here look easy, and if you saw the preview for the next season's tracks, we're gonna see them make those look easy too, I bet, and those looked absolutely crazy. 6-3, 4 points left for SOLARY to claim the first ever duo Trackmania Grand League Championship here in Stage 1 of the 2023 season. BDS, they are 4 maps away if they win this one, or 3 maps after this, but it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, that is going to be tough. Also, with the momentum that SOLARY carries right now, Pack has made a mistake. He's going to be quite far behind, but SOLARY just needs these individual points. They don't need aces. They just need to get draws or victories, or round losses is even fine enough for them to actually win. So it's gonna be tough for BDS. They have a lot on their plate.
Afi losing a little bit of time there on the dirt entry. Carl getting up into first by a little bit more. See, extending ahead of Aurel, but Afi getting a lot of speed here. That's going to get him closer to Carl before the identity. This is possible. Carl failed the bug slide last time. If he has some bad omens about this, if he's a little bit shaky on it, they can maybe get back. But Carl gets the first one good, gets the second one good as well. It's looking like he can defend and get a draw. Aurel trying, but it is just a draw. Carl with a 1:11.10, a great winning time.
Also, yeah, also a great winning time. Like, what we've seen today in terms of paces is that we've seen almost every single map be driven to like within a 10th of world record consistently.
Yep. So, that's the winning meta. It's just you have to drive world record pace.
But now SOLARY put themselves up to 7 points, which means that an ace is enough for them to take home the map victory. And also Afi with a huge mistake in the start. Aurel immediately knows he has to clutch it out right now. No mistakes from Aurel. Absolutely 0 things can happen right now, or SOLARY will take home the victory of the entire tournament.
This could be it. SOLARY, though, you have to give it to them. Amazing season so far. They're feeling it. They know this is the round they can close it out on. They started this best of 7 down one entire set. They swept BDS in the first one. They're looking to sweep them again in the second here and show that they are the best Trackmania team around when they put in the time, when they put in the practice, and they drive runs like this on the server. No one can beat them. Can RL have any say here, or will Pack and Carl run away with it?
It's gonna be down to the last identity. Aurel setting up tighter than the other players. Is he gonna be able to get this final section better than any of the other teammates or opponents here? Carl Jr. going wide. Aurel with a huge mistake, and that's gonna be an ace for Team SOLARY, and indeed winning the map and the series.
And winning with a 1-10, I think, tells the story of SOLARY. They, in this final, looked dominant. They really show up when it matters. They perform under pressure, and that is why both of these players have won the World Championships before, and together, they're looking like one of the candidates to win the upcoming World Championship as well.
I mean, just incredible performance by SOLARY, unreal performance by Team BDS as well. We can't take anything away from them. They also did so well throughout the matches. It was just a few very unfortunate mishaps that happened throughout that SOLARY was able to capitalize on.
Yeah, they made it work. See some highlights here. SOLARY, incredible stuff. 8-0 in a final. I don't think we've seen a scoreline like that, even when it comes to, you know, individual performance. Just that dominant. The closest thing that I can remember is Carl Jr. winning a semifinal, winning 12 out of 13 rounds in 2020. Yep. But that is
insane as well. Yeah, but now with a Pack as his teammate, they elevate each other to new heights, and it's been shown here today. SOLARY, the undisputed champions of Trackmania as of right now.
As of right now, but I think the other teams, they got close. Teams were able to take down SOLARY in the regular season. Into the Breach beat them. BDS beat them. G1 got kind of close in the loser bracket final. You know, they are close, but SOLARY still has that little edge.
I mean, it was an amazing day. To recap the day once again for you guys, G1 played against KC. G1 full sweeped KC. 0 losses. Then G1 played against SOLARY, and SOLARY full sweeped. Almost. No, they didn't. They lost a little bit, but they lost 2 maps. But still, incredible performance by SOLARY. And now here in the ending, SOLARY full sweep BDS.
Amazing stuff. Guys, that is stage 1 of Trackmania Grand League. I hope you enjoyed watching it. Want to thank production, SB Villa, and Rave Out for doing an amazing job behind the scenes, getting player cams up, replays and stuff. They did a great job. We had some technical issues today, but hopefully that went fine and we'll smooth it out for